Hey pilots, I am playing the F-15, which I'm right now a PlayStation player, and with the help of Flag, might not put the best show for y'all, but at least I should put you something to watch at least. Remember to like and subscribe and enjoy my content. Right now I'm taking this high approach with the Rafale, trying to stay above radar ping and getting an easier lob when it comes to firing AMRAAMs, especially the A120s, which are good for high altitude engagements. Alright, as you see, I'm locked onto this one guy who seems to not be too aware or trying to go defensive. So I'm going to toss this A120 at him, roughly keep around the range of like 25 kilometers to 30 kilometers, so you're going on a long range shot. Try to keep TWS so you can help with the missile guide it in until it's going a pit bull. As Z is guiding in beautifully until we get that first frag. Alright, after that frag, try to go defensive, just in case if there was a missile that was lobbed at me. I lock onto this other guy, but since I saw that the Rafale was right there and my lag wasn't really helping much, I just don't fire because I know the Rafale will definitely take him out. So I go for these lower guys because I know that multipathing won't work if I'm at this high altitude and they're pushing right towards me. They'll just face right through their cockpit and hit him. Sadly, I won't get the kill because I'm so high up, but at the same time it just shows you that he can't even multi-phase, which is a sad waste of a missile, but alright, so this F-16 fires his A120 at me, which go to this 90 degrees away from it, just to help the people that are going, and just start dumping chaff. It doesn't really matter, you start popping chaff, but think of the seeker of the A120 as like an A9. If it feels disturbance, it'll turn itself on and try to relock. So just change your direction every now and then when you're chaffing, so it could chaff. Just quick tip. Alright, now it's my turn to get the F-16 out of this match. As you see, it's going rear aspect, and if you look at the radar, the missile doesn't have a full lock, so I keep my lock on him with my own radar, so the missile could track with him until soon it does go pit bull on him at really close range, will secure me that frag. Trying to keep the high altitude, and I see a bunch of people back there, so one teammate at least, so I try to go back there and try to help him. Alright, so now I'm just scavenging through who I could frag now. Not getting a lot of options, and just keeping somewhat awareness around by just looking around. I see the Eurofighter that's coming about me, so I'd lock him up, and since he's at pretty close range, I don't even have to keep a firm lock since I know the missile will go pit bull instantly. But still trying to keep that lock so it could help just in case. But since I broke it right then, the missile misses, but then I go for these two guys, hopefully getting a frag. Pulling up, trying to go defensive just in case they do fire their own. I get severe damage on one, but another one's still up and going. Trying to keep going defensive, but knowing that I try popping as much chaff as possible. Just turn your afterburner on and off sometimes, guys, because people will mix up a radar missile with R-70, R-27. Alright, second match. Trying to do the same tactic, climb altitude, because the F-15 has those strong engines, but it could help you at higher altitudes when it comes to notching or other things. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're at cruising altitude. This altitude, or another 10,000 up, is a pretty decent altitude to do BVR in, since your engines and A9 or A120s will be the best performing up at high altitudes. Alright, now you're just trying to figure out who's the biggest threat to you. Most of the time, it's going to be the people at your altitude or higher. So always try to prioritize them if you're flying high altitudes or even low altitudes, because those, like, missiles that don't care about multi-paving if you're at high altitude and you're at low altitude. Alright, just again, don't try to switch your TWS back to Boresight because it can't help guide your missile. Alright, now we're going defensive. Remember that an AMRAAM is basically just an AIM-9M, but... So, just chaff and change direction, like going up and down, and you will chaff it. Alright, and secure another frac because that guy either does not know how to notch or chaff, and he just eats that yummy AIM-120 into his little cockpit. Alright, so I see this guy all alone. He has no teammates around him by the looks of it. So I try to get as close as possible. Between 20 to 15 kilometers is a good range to fire a top-down aspect AMRAAM. Just because then I could go pitbull pretty easily. And as you can see, he either does not care about his RWR or anything and just eats that AIM-120, securing us another frag.
Over G. Over G.
Sadly, that one doesn't hit. Somehow missed, I guess. That's a way, just going 90 degrees when you're going top down. Kind of messes up with the missile. But we're getting shot at, so I'm trying to go semi-defensive while trying to keep this F-15 that I saw been fired out in my target site. So I'm trying to search for him right here, but it's getting too close, and I'm seeing the RWR, not the MiG-29 or this Su-33 is getting way too close. And doesn't help at all that my lag starts to kick in, but I try to get a missile off, which will help me in like going defensive and securing a critical hit. Alright, any SU-27 players or just Russian SU-30 or just Russian players in general, keeping those long IR range, those long range IR missiles are really handy. It's like, doesn't even matter if you just want more AMRAAMs, just keeping those and getting a rear aspect shot means most time you will be securing a frag. Sometimes I've been getting kills like those against like rear aspect F-15s, even while they're flaring at like a 10 like, kilometer kill. So just always carry some IR missile. It doesn't matter. It will help you in the long run.
Our victory is near. Lock.
Alright, so this is the last guy. I do fire an AIM-120 at him, even though he's basically landing, which will just make the missile not get and not even being able to get a radar lock or TWS lock, soft lock. So I just continue flying over him for a while, watching that missile guide in and totally miss. But it's fine. The airfield SPA does engage with my friendly down below. But yeah, not even able to get another like missile lock or radar lock at all. So I just go for an AIM-9, which is like the longest kill. That's like 6 kilometer kill. He's not even caring about me up here, not chaffing, not flaring, whatever, and does eat that missile, securing the kill for me and finishing the match. Well, that will do. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.